cannot be doing your own what do you call all websites, right? You can follow the authenticated website and the departments or the association, organization, publications. You cannot go through everything. Sometimes the research scholar, sometimes the studying, I mean, those who are doing research, those who are studying masters, they may post their views and then ask your opinion. In that case, you should not be a victim to false, I mean, use it falsely or in a wrong direction. Correct. Then textbooks, you can use these two textbooks, right? One is on advanced construction technology. Although it's construction technology, the same author has written the construction technology, but it's old version, 2012, right? The same content with some modification, some advancement up to date will be found in advanced construction technology. So you can use this publication for both construction technology and advanced information about this construction. Publication is in 2015. Another good reference for you, I mean the textbook for you is this one, which is building construction principles, materials, and systems, right? Also by Pearson, published in 2017. These are all the references. These are all the references which will be useful for your test, assignment, during your coursework, and the last assessment. Okay, you can follow these things. There are so many I have, but I put only the 4 of them. I will give then and there. Every slide I will put what are the references I use. You can go through. At least have a read through. Everybody should read through. If not mastering, what are you doing? There is a background noise. You can see the slide?
Yes,
You can
miss.
see. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, you can follow this thing. The last one is interesting. Digital transformation of the design, construction, and management process. All of you know that it's no more manual or even just computer. All of them are digitized, right? There's a transformation. Digitalization in construction industry is most common and very regular practices in construction industry. So as new engineers, budding engineers, you should be knowing these technologies to attend your studies. In this module, according to the scope, I will you please mute your microphone. When you talk, you can on. Mute your microphones easy. You can listen. Right? This is a digitalized era, so you should be in line with some softwares, start from data collection, construction, execution, planning, scheduling, right? Even far more, I mean, the whole project can be handled using software. So you should, this last one, last digital transformation of design, construction, and management process in built environment. This is very interesting one. They have more publications. It's actually, they are all, these are all the editors who has published and compiled and published the current works in construction industry. Okay, next slide. These are all done last class, right? Okay, I stop here. Life cycle, everybody forgotten. That's the important thing you did last class. I'm sorry, I'm posting the slides after completing by today because I just waited for some of the corrections in that. Sorry for that. Today I'll post it. Life cycle of a project or a construction project. It's not a project. You will know what is the difference soon. Any construction project life cycle, how many stages are there? Last, right? 6. Okay.
6.
It's already there. Okay. Do you want to add anyone? 7? You want to add any 7? Number 7? Hmm? You want to add any number 7?
Maintenance.
Operation and utilization. Very good. Good thinking. Maintenance and operation is also necessary. One moment. Maintenance. Good point. But it is not exclusively written here. But we can add it. Maintenance. I'm sorry for the handwriting. Maintenance. Okay. Maintenance. Startup, implementation, operation, utilization, and slash also maintenance. During utilization, you need to maintain. So it can be coupled together. Yeah, please mute your microphone. Everybody mute your microphone. Which one you can switch on the video, but not audio. Okay. Operation, utilization, and maintenance, right? Very good thinking. You highlight on using maintenance, right? Maintenance of the building. Okay. Okay. So remember this life cycle. I may ask in quiz or ask you to, I don't ask you to describe detail, but at least remember the 7 stages. Let it be 6, huh? Because during utilization, you should be doing the monitoring. One party will be doing utilization, using users. The other party will be working for maintenance. Good, right? And then the stakeholders of the construction project will be management, project management. This is number 1. This is number 2. Number 1, number 2. What do I jumping? Okay, number 1, number 2, and then number 3. So 3 stakeholders are there, and there are few others. I will explain one by one. For today's class, I will highlight on what is project management and what is construction management, right? They are two different parties, that two different elements. You should be able to distinguish and define the rules and regulations and their responsibilities clearly, right? Don't forget. Today we will do that. Okay, scenario, just to highlight on the scenario of construction industry. Yeah, I remember those highlights that I did last class. Uniqueness, right? Uniqueness, weather condition, right? Any construction industry, the scenario under which they will be working, the important, the salient points that they have to consider will be uniqueness of the project, weather condition, whether how many types of energy they're using, only renewable or non-renewable, and the parties involved. You are doing a role play among these factors, and it's a complex system. You should understand that it's a complex system, but by proper planning and scheduling and construction, you can make it a simpler project, a successful project like Twin Tower, many good projects. Suddenly, it's not striking my mind, but there are so many wonderful projects, the railways, highways, right? Nowadays, it is crossing continents. Transport crossing continents are very much interesting. UK to Europe, Europe to Asia, Asia to Africa. There are so many intercontinental transports are booming up. You should remember this point. It's not simple village road or highway construction, right? Okay, we are here, right? I did already this one. What is a project? All of you know that any project will have a series of activities, tasks, have basic objectives to be completed within certain specification, right? It will have objective. It will have objective number 1. Please remember this objective. Specification can be an outcome. What is the expected outcome? And defines the schedule, the date, and then funding. What are the funding limits and the resources? Okay. Any project will have 4 basic elements. Should have objectives, should have timeline, should have fund, should have resources. Correct? These 4 basic elements are necessary for any project. Joined together, you can say it's a project. It's a well-defined project. Come on, next one. Any questions so far? Any question?
No.
All of you can see the slide.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
can.
Anytime the
Yes.
slide going out, please tell me. The letters are clear to you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You can. Okay, thank you. Basic characteristic of a construction project. Just now we define what is a project. You have how many elements? 4 elements, right? Objectives, time, fund, and resources. Just put it into triangle so that you can remember forever. Basic characteristics or features of a project will be cost, time, and quality, right? The quality will be of 2 different qualities. Can anyone tell me? Quality and quality control. Quality control unit have 2 different roles to play. The cost, all of you know, right? It's depending on it may be from 5-year plans, right? Government planning or regional planning, or from a private company or owner, individual funding. The time, when you talk about the time, maybe a short time, like just now China built a hospital. How many days they took? Due to Corona pandemic.
5
10
days.
days. 10 days.
5
10
days.
days, 5 days, 6 days, 4 days.
Some
Anyone
days.
right answer, please? Anyone right answer, please? 6 days. Within 6 days, correct? Am I right? Just 6 days
Yes.
they construct a hospital to cater the people who got affected by coronavirus and treat the people. So to that extent, whether the timeline is crucial for the project or budget is crucial, depends on the factors. You can decide the project is for short time or long time and so on. Most probably they prefer to be a short, right? Everyone is greedy about getting things done faster. Then quality, just a quick one I'm telling, later we'll discuss more in detail. And then what are the types of types of quality? Quality control, you need to have two major role to play. What are they? Anybody? Quality, you would have heard about this term. I'm sure all of you have gone for industrial training. You would have seen the met with the people at the quality control. You would have been worked with the quality control people, isn't it? If no
Not all
quality,
course.
not all.
Yeah.
Okay, 25% didn't go. 75% of the class have gone already. Am I right? Corporate training, two types of training. Oh, great, you people are wonderful. Attended many trainings. Tell me, quality, quality assurance and quality control. These two different terms. Have you heard about before? Quality control. Quality
No.
control. Hmm? Don't remember.
But
Quality. Oh, sorry for my
DVS.
handwriting. Quality control. Can you all see my writing? Quality control. Another one is quality. I have right here. Okay.
Javier.
Yeah. What is it? The meaning? Quality.
Quality assurance.
Quality assurance. There are two different terms. If you are familiar with ISO and all, you can answer me what are they. Number one is quality assurance. Number two is quality control. Quick one. Quick, please. Are they different, first of all? Are they different?
Yes.
Okay. What is quality
Yes.
assurance? Quality assurance comes before the construction of the building. Okay. You need to make sure the customer, the government or company who is handing over the project, you make sure that they are convinced the quality assurance, what are all the measures, procedures, construction elements that you need to include to make sure there is a perfect quality in terms of material, method, and the procedure you're using, and the stages, that timeline, everything should be qualify. I mean, spending quality time for the curing, for settling time, and so on. You make sure the quality is there in your project before you construct, right? Quality control comes after handing over. You need to maintain the quality of the building until the service period of the project. So this is before and after. Please remember this. And then quality. I will detail later on. What is it? One by one. Goals and objective of a project. Again, characteristics are the goals and objectives. Our characteristics of the project should be our cost, time, and quality, right? You need to make sure it's budget, right? You're not overspending. The time is not very long, isn't it? The time is not very long. Quality of the project is maintained according to the specification, codes, and manuals, and then you are following in terms of size of the board. It may be the mixing proportion, or it may be the size of the spacing, the elements used, and so on. Okay, number one, cost. Project completed according to the financial budget given, right? You're not overdoing, right? You're not overdoing. So your budget spent is up to the sanctioned amount. Time, project completed within the time given, right? Unless otherwise there is a MCO, kind of a MCO, or weather condition, right? Uncertainties happening, you should able to complete the project on time. Quality, project completed according to the specification and quality which has been set, right? Yeah. So that's why I told you yesterday also, I mentioned about this one. They always do two types of drawing, right? One is the drawing for planning very beginning. After completion, they do overlay with the red line, red ink, the same drawing, whether the planning and the real one, the completed one are similar, or what are all the differences they can show there. So the specification should be maintained unless there is a real requirement by the owner or by the client, then you can change it. Otherwise, you should follow the specification, make sure that whatever is demanded is supplied. Okay. There are many different types of construction. I see only 2 types or 4 types are there. Good. Okay, 4 types are there. 4 types of construction projects are here. You can see residential construction, okay, residential construction, commercial construction, heavy engineering construction, industrial construction. So there are 4 types of. Is there any other type? One is missing. Can anyone tell me the most common one? Here you can see the construction project 4 types. These things are collected from textbooks, some textbooks and previous lecturers' notes. Okay. But I'm not convinced. Sometimes I may change it, or you can also advise me. Answer me, types of construction project, correct? How many are given? 4 are given. Do you think, are you convinced with 4 types of construction projects? Do you think there are many more? You can see here residential, commercial, heavy engineering and industrial.
Institutional.
Very good. Educational building. There are exclusive books for building, for education, buildings for schools, building construction for universities. There are exclusive books written because there is uniqueness in it. There is a requirement in relation to safety, culture, environment, right? Many aspects are there. So you can add one more, 5, number 5. A suggestion. Let me detail later on. So number 5 will be institutional or educational building, schools, all types of schools. For now, I just write educational. Educational. Okay, I'm using for the first time. Please bear with me. I get used to later. Educational. because of the necessity, we have to adapt ourselves. Maybe I take the thick one. Educational, educational building. There is a difference in it. Okay, we go one by one. Residential, low cost house, single family house, high rise apartment, condominium. So you can see the different types of buildings here. A residential can be a bungalow type. The common word we are using is using a condominium, bungalow, attached, detached, semi-detached, terrace house, isn't it? So all these types, which are all not for trading purpose, commercial purpose, living purpose, very common and what do you call common public utilities and so on can be located in residential construction. Maybe clinic, some grocery shops, right? Small shops, clinics, and a park, and so on. So these type of related construction will be called as residential construction. Commercial construction, small retail stores, shopping complex, schools, schools here already included, complex, schools, university, hospital, warehouse, and so on. But schools are not really, schools and universities are not really commercial construction, right? Although there is some portion like private schools, private universities, they make money, but there is a real kind of trading. Something is coming in, something is sold. So a real kind of cash flow is there. Then we can call that as a commercial. Here there is some service in it, so it should be categorized in a different way. There is service, is not a direct flow of money. So you can be classified in a different way. Actually, it is there in the code books. If you see building, I will post all the codes and norms for you to follow, because I need to check the recent one. I use the old one in my time. So I will post you the recent codes for your building construction and building norms. You can follow. In that, you can see education buildings are totally different, apart from commercial construction, right? Okay, retail shops, shopping complex, I may remove and put it separately. Hospitals, warehouse, clinics, right? Park, and so on. And then heavy engineering construction. Heavy engineering, where machinery is involved. Machineries, wear and tear is more, right? Wear and tear is more frequently used. And then hazards are more. Complex system to design, like for example bridges, you need to design for water as well as the structure, right? Not only you look into construction aspect of the piers only, you need to follow the dynamics of the flow of water below. So such heavy engineering constructions, or dams, bridges, highway, ports and harbors. Ports and harbors even worse, you need to design for the waves, isn't it? Design for the waves. You must know the process, I mean the phenomenon of types of what do you call the, you mean you must know the climate scenario, you must know the pattern of flow existing at the coastal area and so on. And then lastly, industrial construction. Petroleum refineries, steel mills, petrochemical plant, right? Industrial construction. Here you can see all about the production, production centers, process centers, manufacturing centers. All will be workshops, shop lots, I mean not shop lots, workshop, and then heavy duty machineries involved, wherein they use the cranes, they use the movers, right? Motors, always noisy. In construction, remember light, noise, climate, all are important. So you need to classify into separately wherever the hazards are different, the issues are different. Here, petroleum refineries, there are poisonous things involved in, right? Steel mills, noisy, and then chances of accidents, and then petrochemicals, chemicals involved, right? Refineries, and then mines, all mining works, everything will come under industrial construction. So depending on the mode of operation, mode of utilization, you can classify them into residential, commercial, just making money, trading, right? And then heavy duty, heavy engineering constructions where motors, machineries involved, and not only structure, also water or air, yeah, aerodynamics involved. And then last one, industrial construction. We just live with this, but later I will check for the code. I mean, based on the code book, you can get updated later on. So industrial construction, last one, involving again all the process, manufacturing, mills, plants, cement factory, right? Cement factory, Lafarge. Can you give examples of cement factories in Malaysia or world? Please make it interactive, otherwise I feel boring. Already I miss talking to you directly.
Cement.
Uh,
Holcim.
Say again, please.
YTL.
Okay, right. So that everybody will know. Lafarge, Portland. Tell me, I'm telling international one, Malaysian one. Malaysians, please speak out. How many types of cement factories are there? They are the number one electric bill payer for Malaysia, you know. They are giving, I mean, getting revenue. Malaysia is getting good revenue from cement factories. No need prerequisite. Yes, no need prerequisite. Yeah, I will answer your questions later on. Huh? Please tell me what are the names of the cement factories in Malaysia. See, you become an engineer, you should know, right? Where there's a supply and the quality is good. Wow, YTL very good. And then, not sure. Good point.
YTL.
Yeah, correct.
Hume.
Okay, keep collecting. Okay, good. I got three answers already. Portland, YTL, Lafarge, good. Tasik. Tasik. Which place? Penang? Castle. Which place? New to me, Castle. Okay.
Miss,
Good.
you mean the factors?
Factories, the brand,
Okay.
cement brand.
You.
You. What is it? Okay, la. You must be knowing the quality brand and the affordable price, right? It depends on the project, depends on the client you are meeting. You should have a knowledge on. And what is the price of a one bag of cement? And what is the quantity of one bag of cement? How many kgs?
20.
Tons?
No, 20.
50.
I have no idea.
Okay, number 1 kg, and then comes the price.
10 kg.
So, what is the kg? Yeah, up to 20 is okay. Agreeable. 20 ringgit. What is a kg in one bag? 25 kg.
kg.
50 kg.
10 kg.
50 kg should be correct.
50.
50 kg, 20
10
ringgit is
kg.
correct. Okay. Then you know how much. I mean, quick calculation. If the company, I mean, if any client coming to you, you should quickly calculate and tell. And this is the amount of cement. This is the budget. Are you ready? Okay. Let's move on. Important elements in construction project. You can see the slide.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is here? Important elements in construction project as follows. Elements. Yeah, we keep repeating the same, but please remember when you write a question and answer, the answer is there in the question itself for your information. So read the question few times and then answer properly. Okay. Sometimes I may ask, what are the elements of a construction project? Then you need to write down this. Don't go into these construction. Don't write these 3. Some people make mistake like this. Nani. Some people will write like this and say, oh, I got the answer. Can you give me mark? They can demand mark. Don't do that. Please read the question carefully and then answer. There are so many, a big list is there. Okay. Read the question. Don't lose your marks later on. Important elements of elements are objects. Important objects, important items in the construction project, right? That you should be knowing. What are the things you should have? Like you are going to cook. This is the ingredients of any cooking, maybe cake, ice cream, anything. So come on, how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 are there. 14, 15 are there. Around 14 are there. Okay, so you can add if you want. For now, we live with this list. Okay, maybe I put number easy for you to remember. Okay, come on, there are 14 are there. Okay, 14 elements. You can add later on if you want, but remember at least this 14 when you write the answers. Okay, manpower. Number 1 is the manpower. Sorry, it's not moving. Okay, well, getting it just a bit hang. When I talk about the notification, you please don't post anything on team, right? I mean, you can post, but don't post meetings on team. The team for this subject is the notification or meeting note should be given by me only. Please, you don't put any notice. Okay. This afternoon, Nabil wants to talk to me. He just had a call for a meeting. Not like that. You please call me. I have given the handphone number. Everyone is having. You can talk to me or message me through phone. But don't post anything in the MS team because it contradicts with my invitation. Some people cannot join, right? There are too many links. So please don't post anything in MS theme. We will use it. Okay. Okay. Come on. Manpower resources. So whether you have good manpower to construct, start from the laborers up to the top man, manager of the project. And then material resource, logistics, finance, knowledge, technology, past experience, professionalism, continuing CPD, continuing professional development, research and development, consultancy, fast track design build or package deal, capacity of financing the project, capacity to design the project, joint ventures. There are so many. So you need to remember all these when you go for. It's not to this.
Ma'am,
Huh?
what do you mean, like capacity to design the project? Capacity of what?
You want test instead of project?
No.
What do you say? Please say again.
What do you mean, like the capacity of the designing?
Oh, next one.
Capacity,
Yeah, we will go
13.
one by one. Yeah, we will go one by one. I thought you were talking about our assessment. Okay. I confirm already, but okay. Well, sorry to interrupt. Are the assessments clear to you? Assignment
Yes.
40%. Because 2 weeks are given, 10 questions are there. It's good you hold for 40%. And then second one is the quiz for 20%. And third one is your presentation for 20%. Lastly, online assessment for 20%. Online assessment only 24 hours given. Last minute, don't break your head. Relax. Attend for 20 marks only. Don't have more marks at the end. Do have more marks in the beginning. You have a relaxed time to work on. All right. Is this clear?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
20, 20. Okay, good. Manpower resources. Manpower resources. You should check whether you have all the personnel involved or available. Are they nearby, or you have to buy from other districts, other country, and so on. Material resource, same goes to same risk, whether it is what is the lead time taken for the materials from the source to the your site, your supply, I mean your storage house, right? All the materials you need to check whether they are available. Number one, available. Number two, quantity, right? The measured quantity, your according to your bill of quantity, is it matching with? You must check all this. And logistic and machineries, right? Logistics and machineries, it depends on the type of construction. Sometimes they go for, again, the duration also makes this machinery so much automatic, or like use all precast construction, or built in, or going to the site and you prepare the concrete, right? It depends on the type of project. Okay, so you should know the logistics, right? The transport required from the source to the construction site for your building, construction materials, people, and then machineries, right? Okay, machineries. If I talk about machineries, I want to ask one question. You all have gone for industrial training, right? Your corporate training. You call this as corporate training. Have you ever
No,
seen the
miss.
crane? Have you ever
Not
seen the
really.
cranes? The cranes, they have you ever seen this operation? They have to close the crane and then they have to open the crane. Have you ever seen closing the crane or
No,
releasing?
teacher.
There is really a good effort. Not only mechanical engineer job, civil engineer also plays a role. When you go to site, when you go for this corporate training and all, you're really learning all these things. How nicely it is. The crane is like it's as a zigzag, right? Zigzag way it will be closing and opening to raise to 100th floor or 200th floor, right? Very high floor, they use the cranes. You should know how to dismantle and erect the cranes at the site. There is a procedure. If you miss it, it will collapse, it will jam, right? So to that extent, machineries start from cranes, start from motors used for mixing, for pouring, and then all the lifting things. You have to know the procedure. Yeah, later I post one joke in the team. You can read, CN, you can read how important the knowledge is at all levels. Start from labor up to the manager. They should know what is their role, the knowledge about what is their role, and then the limitations, how to do, what not to do. They should be knowing. Otherwise, the consequences are not manageable, right? To the extent that the engineers will be jailed, or ethically he is charged, right? You have to answer for legal. You have to answer for legal issues, right? So financial and money. That is also important. You check whether the stages of getting money. That's important. Whether it's coming from bank, coming from the management vertical, the owner, or from the company. What is the money flow to the construction? Whether it's stage by stage or one stage on and off, or the contract is totally different. You need to check all these things. Number 5 is knowledge and technology and management. Yes, the technology is also important. You should not be spending number of days to just prepare the plan. Rather use BIM. It can show you architectural, engineering point of view of modeling, simulation of your building more conveniently and faster. So you should know that you must have the knowledge on the technology, knowledge on the high-end softwares and the tools that you can use for your project and to manage. For project management, you know what is a project management software? Anybody? You might have used before. Name the project management software. Hello?
AutoCAD.
Hey, it's for drawing.
Kaizen.
It's a project management software. What do you
Microsoft.
mean by project management? I will teach you later. But project management is big thing, right? It's a project management. It's not just drawing. Drawing can be one stage of project management.
Microsoft project.
Very good. MS Project, Primavera, right? You should have tried at least once for your projects, for your lab report. Your lab report also you can submit using the Microsoft project, wherein you can plot the diary, what do you call the schedule, the timeline, the activities over the. You can plot the activities over the time. Sometimes maybe one after another. Sometimes maybe overlapping. You can show the time scheduling very clearly using this project management across the activities, across the fund flow. It is very convenient way of doing project management when you use the software. So you should know what are the project management software that are used at the site. Primavera, you try project MS Project. I think you can download and you can use it in MS Office. It's there, right? So there are free templates available already. You can make use of them conveniently. What is the start point? What is the ending? What is the starting date, ending date, milestones? You can manage overall when you have a software installed in. Not by hand or by oral. In here we cannot discuss. There are stages, right? Number of stages, number of activities, time taken, right? So you need to plot by using software. Then it is manageable. Sixth one, past experience, right? Past experience also will help you to, we are here, past experience, also help you to handle it. One of the important elements that you can use in construction project. Like last time you design a 5x5 column for supporting so much load, right? All right. You spend so much in installing, in constructing a 5x5 column, so maybe a square column for supporting 10 floors. Later, by using software, you validate, you check, you come out with saying that just 3x3 column will do with so and so material for the same load. If you come across with a new technology, new improvement, and that experience can be utilized to improvise your construction at the site and also the support the laborers to complete the project in a better way. So past experience will help you to improvise your stages or execution of the project. Professionalism, that's very important. You must start on time, stop on time. That's professionalism. Time management. If you're managing the time properly, right, without delaying, if the concreting should be started at 6 o'clock, you should be there. You don't go 10 o'clock and you spend time until night. Sometimes, have you ever heard about, Middle East people, they are very familiar with this. It is a risk for them to cast concrete, isn't it? For that, they will work always overnight. Concreting will go overnight. They will not go for daytime work. All the laborers will be working overnight. Even Puasa time, what is it? Muslim Ramzan, right? Muslim festival, they are fasting. Although they are fasting, they will work overnight. It will be very risky and very difficult for the laborers to work at night during fasting month. So all those time they will work overnight because of the challenges that they have to come across for concrete preparation of the concrete. Before pouring, it will get settled. It will get dried, isn't it? Can you share with your experience? Any Middle East people? They have to really handle, and in case if you get posted in Dubai, Kuwait, right? You should know. Qatar, your dream job. How they manage? Any one clue, one technique that they follow from to avoid drying faster? Anyone? I know few. Huh? I repeat the question. The concreting is not done during daytime, during sun. They will start late in the evening and it goes overnight for concreting. With that, they have come up with the marvelous buildings, they develop in a short period. The tourism is booming up because of this. There are a number of buildings, I cannot remember all of them, but there are so many wonderful buildings built by the hard work of those people. Come on, tell me. China also. These two countries are remarkable in the globe in terms of construction. Please tell me any technique, any idea that they followed to avoid quick setting, quick drying of the concrete. Anybody would have read in papers, newspaper, or your students would have presented. There is a presentation, right? After your training, you will do the presentation. You do or not? Hello?
No.
You don't do presentation? Presentation of your project after your training, written back. Back to campus, you will do the presentation, isn't it?
Yes, it's necessary.
During presentation, you would have seen your Middle East people, Middle East friends would have presented projects with these difficulties. They would explain. We have members. Muhammad Asham, can you tell me? Muhammad Asham, can you tell me any idea that can help you to overcome quick drying, quick setting of the cement, or if the people are working in daytime? In case, if it is necessary, there is a breakage, there is a quick urgent emergency required, you need to cast the concrete during daytime. What is the idea? What is the? I don't want to tell the answer. You just tell me.
They use a certain what is it? They use a certain blend cements. The cements that they use a certain ones that can dry fast, and they mix it in a special way that they can fasten them on.
It is called admixture. They add one admixture. I don't remember exactly the chemical name. They use the admixture which will prevent quick setting. They have to use. If you're working in hot countries like this, or working in hot climate, you must use admixture. This is called admixture. Together with the concreting or cement plastering, you should use this admixture to avoid. Maybe you take down this note. I will also through admixture.
Ma'am, I have one question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Will it affect the durability of the cement?
Wait. Admixture. No, it's all tested, check already. They will use the chemical after all testing and then evaluating their strength against this concrete. They use it, but I really forgot the name. They use this chemical to avoid quick setting and drying during hot climates, working in hot climates. I'll bring the chemical if you want later on. Exactly, I don't remember. Okay.
I think they're called retarders.
Miss?
Retarders. Yes?
Is it not calcium chloride hydrate?
Something similar to that. No. Calcium, if we put, it's very hot already, right? Do you think it's calcium? What is that? Calcium and then?
Chloride hydrate.
Chloride hydrate. I will check. Maybe I will take down calcium chloride, CaCH3, hydrate. H also there. Well, let me take down. Maybe the formula is wrong. I will check this one.
It's non-chloride.
Chloride.
Non-chloride. They use non-chloride relativity density.
Polaroid.
Yes.
Polaroid, I know. Polaroid.
Is this a chemical?
Okay. Okay, let us not worry about this too much. Maybe next class I will come out with the proper chemical name so that you will remember. Okay, because it is also under evaluation. Evolution, not evaluation, evolution. Yesterday chemical they cannot use today. They will use something new. New materials are booming up every day, so you need to check that. I will check and then give you the name of the chemical which is used for preventing quick setting. Okay, I will come out with the chemical. For now, just take it as an admixture, which is not affecting the quality of the concrete. That is very good point. One of you raised. You should not affect the quality. Okay,
Thank you.
where we are at this point, professionalism. Yeah, there are so many things like professionalism. If you talk about your learn, I think anybody, when all of you have completed engineers in society.
Yes.
No, teacher.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Yes, no. Okay.
No.
Yes.
So completed, you would have studied more about professionalism, ethics, right? As an engineer, you should not be more money-minded or more work-minded or what do you call business-minded, right? You should follow the ethics of stages of working, stages of quality, right? All these things you need to follow. So professionalism is also one of the factors that will determine the success of the project. Okay. Next one, continuing CPD, continuing professional development. Yes. When one way I can say training has to be given if it is a company, if it is an industry, if it is SME or any type of companies like Gamuda, Sunway, you have to have a kind of a training session for people to, yeah, this is again I go back to the joke I'm going to post. They, because of the knowledge, they don't have the knowledge, they made a very great mistake and it leads to so much devastation at the end. Later you will know. I mean to say, training has to be given at each and every level, at labor level, at engineers level, managers level, to make them upgrade and then follow sustainability of the company and the projects. It is mandatory. CPD covers the training at different levels of the people according to their need. Maybe laborers, they have to know what are the instruments, what are the tools they are using, what are the chemicals to use and not to use, right? Uh, and then engineers level, what are the software, what are the tools they can use it for planning, designing, and the machineries. For your information, if you browse the internet, you can have a number of things, a number of automated system. If you go to other websites like industrial website, construction industry website, construction review websites, you can see many automated machines for start from foundation until piling and then basement, construction of the walls, right? And the laminate, the finishing, and so on. All are automated at each and every level. They keep automatic systems are in place to make the job done quicker. So you should be knowing, well versed on the developments. These are all imparted by CPD at different levels of the company, right? Research and development. All companies, industrials, construction companies, they should have R&D. This R&D's job is to maintain the quality. They will indirectly support the quality control, and they will support for testing soil, testing materials, testing. Yes. Hello. Yes, please. What's your question? If not, I proceed. Research and development is also important. One of the factor in a construction company. To keep them abreast on the things that they are using. Start from material, people, machineries, and so on. Consultancy. The same construction company can be a consultant for other company or their own company. They can do consultancy on the testing of the material, quantification, budgeting, bill of quantities, estimation, fabrication, any type of consultancy work, the same firm can be doing. And then fast track and design building package, package or deal. Okay, it depends on the project. It is not always fast track. That there may be time duration given. Sometimes there may be very limited time given for the project. Based on that, it is one of the elements that you need to consider while preparing a project proposal. And then capacity of financing the project. So you should check. You should check. Maybe you must have a Gantt chart on or a graph on, like for example, gold price. Gold price, today's price is not same as few months back or a year back, right? You should have a same goes to petrol, other energy types. Petrol, the price of petrol today is not the oil or the fuels that we are using today is not the same as yesterday or year back or 20 years back. So you should have a forecast on the cash flow, whether it is go in an uptrend or downtrend. Can you all answer me at this point? Construction industry, if you take the construction industry, is it at the growing trend or descending trend? Malaysia, take Malaysia. I'm talking about not the capacity of purchasing, net income to the construction industry in turn to the government. Are you there, everybody? Let me check the
Yes.
people.
I think it's increasing.
Who said increasing? It can be wrong answer, but I'm telling. Is it increasing? Surprising?
Descending.
For the colonization,
Decreasing.
it's not increasing.
Yeah, purchasing capacity is increasing. I agree. I told you already it's not purchasing. Net income to the company or the government, is it in increasing trend? You read the paper, you see, read the, go to the websites, you can see. MWM, what is that? Engineers, IE, right? Institution of Engineers Malaysia. You go to their website, log into their, their construction things, you will know. There are different body for water, environment, construction, geotechnical, there are different bodies. You browse through, you know the story. It is at the descending trend for your information. Okay, descending trend. Net income to the company or the government is in a decreasing trend in the past 5 to 6 years, not before. So you people must be knowing this, and you should have.
Why is that? It's
Okay,
decreasing.
one by one. So it is in the decreasing trend. There are many reasons, right? Number one is saturated. Okay, land area, it's saturated. There is no further development or further project. Although you develop, it's getting saturated once again. There is no what do you call challenge or what can I say? Attracting factors in the buildings. Attracting features, attracting factors, or gaze about the what do you call them? Interest for buying, interest for development is very low. That's how it is going to the lower, reducing trend or downtrend. That's one of the factor only, not only factor. Number two, material costs. Material costs, right? Inflation, right? Inflation. Purchase, the material costs, labor costs, these are all increasing. Okay, as the days going on. If the purchasing rate, what do you call, the material cost is increasing, the income should be increasing, right? If the income is increasing, it's manageable. So the inflow and outflow is a proportion one, right? Inflow to the company, they are selling. They are getting money, they sell it, they purchase. They're getting money, they purchase it, right? If the inflow is more, then they can buy. If the buying cost, the purchase cost is more, income will get reduced, isn't it? So as a result, a net income to the company is lower. So you have to go for low cost material, best quality, low cost material, renewable energy. With that, it's still manageable. That's why the sustainability factors are coming in. Okay, and with that, it should be improving. And you people have to think over wherever the money it's costing more. You should have innovative technology to cut costs and then work within the budget, produce a gain to the company or the government. Okay, capacity design the project. Yeah, well-versed engineers, right? Engineers, the high-end software should be used to really say your design is perfect. Okay, Designing software is also important. Okay, come on. When you talk about the designing software, you should also be knowing something. Come on, answer me. Softwares. Huh? What are the softwares you have? You can use it for your design. RCC,
AutoCAD.
Eh,
AutoCAD.
I hate you.
BIM,
AutoCAD.
EMI, or PA.
AutoCAD is for drawing. I'm talking about the design.
Isn't that same?
Microsoft Project.
Project is for Microsoft Project is for project planning and management, isn't it? It will have different activities over the time and cost. That's all. It is not going to. Do you understand what is design first of all? Design.
BIM.
Design. Yeah. Design.
What about BIM and BIM?
Design means you come out with the size of the beams, columns, isn't it? You calculate the loading. It may be just for a superimposed load or for wind load or for earthquake load. You need to check for stability. Start from foundation. Foundation design you would have done in geotechnical engineering. Foundation design to come out with the size of the thickness of the retaining walls. The size of the pile, the foundation. It may be pile size. It may be width and depth of your foundation, isn't it? If it is a just wrapped and shallow foundation, you should know how much depth and how much width, isn't it? When you come to the element superstructure, you should know what is the size of the beam, what is the depth of the beam, what is the width of the beam, column, slab. These are all called design, isn't it?
Yes.
Come on, answer me now. What are the softwares you're using?
BIM modeling.
Tekla software.
What class? I think Dr. Taha, Dr. Ramesh, all teaching you some softwares in under CPD course.
Yeah, Revit. Yes.
Very good, Revit, StatPro, ETAB.
Orion.
Tell me that. ETAB. ETAB. Spelling, check. I don't remember exactly. I think it's ETAB. StatPro is very common. StatPro nowadays, and nobody likes this StatPro. I will tell you why. StatPro. Stop saying AutoCAD. AutoCAD is only for drawing. More than that, we have BIM now. BIM has all of them.
Orion.
Architect, BIM, Building Information Management System. BIM has architecture, your AutoCAD drawings, detailing, and also design. All the 4 elements are there in BIM. All of you should learn BIM. You may even work with any architecture student to learn this. They're all well versed in. I think they are having the course itself. Okay, that is one thing. But the ETAB is there in BIM. So that's why I say BIM has drawing, drafting, designing, and detailing software. All are in one package that is called Building Information Management System. Okay, management, that's it. Okay, so ETAB is also helpful for your designing your beams, columns, slab, and then StatPro is also useful. And then Revit, right? Revit. These are all software that you can use it. But there is a difference, nowadays people are going more of this one. This is very, very, very ETAB. Oh, you got. I didn't do this. Yes. Okay, ETAB is the number one which they can use it, because of its what do you call? Because of its capacity to design. For example, come on. Actually, I had this experience with my students before, capstone student. To design a 10-meter span, they keep trying using 10-meter span. Can you imagine? Engineers, you should know how to imagine. You should be good at imagination. When I say 10-meter span, can you imagine? Yes or no? 10-meter span.
No.
Okay. No.
No.
I'm being honest.
Be honest. Then you try many game software. Keep playing. Then you'll have what will happen next. You can have a guess. Then your imagination power is improving. Okay. You need to 10-meter span, like tube light. One tube light can be 1 meter plus a 1 1/4 meter. So 10, for example, 10 tube lights you arrange, that's a span. So they want to design one 10-meter span It's not a breaking, not two beams, single beam which has 10 meter span using Statro. They suffered, they couldn't build a concrete slab. It's a concrete slab, not steel. Steel means easy. Statro is good for steel design. For concrete, they suffered, and then they found ETAB, the one later I wrote ETAB. ETAB was very successful for them to design one single span for 10 meter or plus. But StatPro has some limitations. Like that, you should know what are all the design software existing, what are all the software that you can use it to conveniently design your project. That is what capacity to design the project. Joint venture. Yeah, that's very, 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 very important and risky at times. Joint ventures, whether this project is having government and private, or only government, or only individual, right? Or you and me, client and the manager, and so on. You should know the parties involved in or between countries, between borders, maybe two projects, like what do you call Egypt and can you tell me? Egypt and this one country. Egypt and the country beside. They are just divided by a gulf, just a small gulf. What is that? Middle East people, please help me. There are two countries just separated by a small cleavage, a small passage of water. What is that? I forgot the name. Sudan. Egypt and Sudan. Egypt and Sudan.
You mean Egypt?
The Nile River?
Yeah. Not Nile River, not Nile River. No, there are two countries in Middle East just separated by a small, what do you call, a small water passage.
I think
The
Dubai.
Red Sea?
Yeah.
And Sudan.
They are from Africa.
Yeah, Egypt and Sudan, I'm right. Okay, Egypt and Sudan, just they are beside, right? If the project is between these two countries, a joint venture between these two governments, they should be knowing the procedure, the cultural issue, environmental issue, and then their goals of the project, right? Their goals and the materials, their limitations, all these things should be a challenge for them unless it is well defined and well managed. That is why the joint ventures are one of the factors in a project to handle and carry over, may execute it properly. So altogether, we have seen about 14 factors of or elements of a construction project that one has to remember. Check before you start a project. Think of a project. In the initial stage itself, you should see what is the manpower, material, logistics, finance, technology, experience, professionalism, training, research, consultancy. Research and consultancy, they can go together. Both are doing testing, development, and fast track the duration and design build are just using only fabricated ones. Capacity of financing, right? Capacity of finance is also important. The long run of you cannot go for a small scale companies, a small company, think of a big project, giant project. So capacity of the financing, capacity to design, joint venture. These are the things that you have to remember, consider before you plan for a project. Any question up to this? Any question? Am I going fast?
No.
Okay, how many are there?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Let's proceed. Okay, let's proceed. Manpower resources. One by one, we can see in detail here. You can. It's better you read and come. I will continue in the next class for this one. Let me jump to this one. I need to give you before this one. Maybe I go back again to the details later on. Now, go back to the life cycle of the construction project. Okay, please remember the different items. Life cycle of project, objectives of the project, features of the project, and then elements of the project. I want to do this one first before I go in detail for your elements of construction project. Okay, you should be knowing this. That's why I brought this slide. Come on. Project management and construction management. Are they different? Please answer me.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, agreed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Project management and construction management are different. Please remember, it is also important when you answer your questions later on when I ask in the exam, in the tests, in the assessments, the coursework, and also important when you develop your own project in the future. Okay, you should distinguish clearly what are they, what are all the roles, what are all the responsibilities, what are all the activities in it, and what are the differences between them. Okay, project management, and it may be project management and construction management, or project management and construction project management, both are same. Let's see one by one. Come on, take this project management. Okay, it's only the example one. It may change in the modern world. That's why I ask you to go through IR4, IR 1 to 4. That is going to be a question for you. Before I think I have 15 more minutes. Before I end, I give you the question. You will be, you have to, today I don't take attendance, but what you are doing, all of you answer the question I'm posting at the last. Answer this question just in short, 4 lines will do. What is IR1 to IR4? Right, what is it? And post in CN. All of you should do this. I will take attendance based on that. I will repeat once again at the end of the class. I will not take attendance. I will post one question in CN. Just answer. That will be taken as attendance for today. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I want you to know what I want you to know what is IR 2. Wait, the class is still there. IR 1, 2, 3, 4, and then where we are and how much we are prepared to face this IR 4, Industry Revolution version 4. How much we are prepared. Okay, I'm sure I cannot prepare you for IR 4, but you are getting the knowledge now. What is construction? How to construct a footing? How to construct a flooring? Right? I can only teach you the theoretical things now. But you people in line with this, whenever you get time, please go through the YouTube, you do self-study on technological things. Okay. If I get time, after all finishing the slides, covering the syllabus, if I get time, I will go into that part. Okay.
Ma'am, when will you upload lecture notes?
Today, I will post the slides up to today, the course outline, the assessment briefing, everything I will post today.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Please don't miss the answer. Otherwise, I will not give attendance. Better we change this way today because I'm not posting any quiz today. But this part is just for your understanding and learning only. Only one question I'm asking. Okay, come on. Let's continue with the project management. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. For now, project management in my time and your time, in my father's time, they are defining project management like this. It has 3 parties: consultant, owner, and contractor. Consultant, owner, contractor. Consultant starts. Okay, consultant will be suggesting to the owner, right? Consultant will be suggesting to the owner, you can go for a bungalow house, you can go for a terrace house, you can go for a detached house for well-being of your family, for example. Or a government ministry, consultant may be a ministry is suggesting to the government, saying that in the 5-year plan, for the future 5-year plan, we must go for we must spend some 3 trillion for educational building, right? Something like that. A consultant will come in first place to initiate a project to the owner. Owner can be individual, manager, company, industry, or a well-wisher, anybody. And then this man will be communicating between consultant and the contractor. See the arrow? This is one way only. And this owner will communicate to the consultant as well as the contractor. Once they decide the concept, develop the concept of the building, the owner will directly communicate to the contractor. Okay. In turn, contractor won't go to consultant. They will check with the owner first. The owner in turn check with the consultant. This is the flow of communication in a project management normally. Okay, project management. When they start the project, school building, industrial building, research building, right? Or theme park, anything, or toll plaza, anything will be started by a consultant, give to the owner, I mean in discussion with the owner, and then the owner will deal with the contractors, appoint the contractors. In turn, they will discuss and they will complete the job. It may be a single house. You may be the owner and you are contacting a contractor to build your house. It may be a project. Okay, so this is at the top level, the first layer of construction project or construction management. So project management only have these three people. Then coming to construction management, owner comes first. Construction management at the site, maybe start with the site. You think of the site. When I say construction management, imagine you are at the site and you are developing this flow and you are drawing this flow. Owner construction manager, site supervisor, and the contractor. Okay. Owner will say, I need 3x3 room or 3x5 room for my puja, and then construction manager will decide and deliver to the contractor, isn't it? So something like that. That depends on the at the site. When you take about the construction management, owner, construction manager, and contractors are in place. If you see the difference, consultant, owner, construction manager, contractor, contractor. This place is same. Contractor, at the end, contractor is doing your work, delivering the job. At this place only it is changing. Consultant and owner. Here, consultant or construction manager and owner. So remember this location only. Only the consultant and owner get swapped in construction management. At construction management, owner comes first. Project management, he will tell the feasibility, he will tell the concept, he will tell the technology, he will tell the trend today to the owner. So he will initiate the project. At the construction, owner comes. His fulfillment, his requirement has to be fulfilled. He is the first. Based on that, construction manager will decide, act upon it, and at the end it will be discharged to the contractor to start the work. In theoretical, I can explain one by one. Project management versus construction management. Project management is the application of knowledge, tools, techniques, right? Drawing, detailing, drafting, writing proposal, draft estimate, bill of quantities, initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. Whereas construction management deals with process of executing. Okay, so all these things will be for project management based on the tools, knowledge, and techniques only. When you go to the site, construction management already started at the execution part. So next one, advantages. Owner retains control over all aspects, quality of project, right? In project management, advantages, owner retains the control. Owner maintains the flexibility in decision making. Owner makes the final decision. Owner realizes benefits of competing bidding. Disadvantage, let me read the disadvantage also so that you can compare. In project management type of construction, at the stage of project management, you have owner can become overwhelmed with the minute details of the project. Owner's accounts payable has to deal with multiple companies. It's a burden for the owner. Okay. At the project management, advantages are he has a full control on the project, decision making, final decision, negotiate the bid, all these things are borne by the owner. But disadvantages, he is overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means what? Overdoing. Sometimes overdoing. You cannot work for more optimistic or ambiguous things, right? Sometimes you become ambiguous in a particular niche area or requirement in the building construction. That become a challenge for the other parties. Owner's account payable has to deal with multiple companies. Yeah. At the project management, owner, because he is the decision maker, he is the one and only one final decision maker. He has the accountability. He has to plan for budgeting, material, decision in line with the accounts available. So these are the disadvantages. If you leave to the consultant or the manager, owners is less burden. But if everything has to be done by the owner, there are some disadvantages, some time consumption, challenges faced by the owners at the project management. Let me read for the construction management, then you know what is the differences. Owner not bothered, he's at the top, right? Construction management, owner not bothered with having to make every decision. He's at the top, just discharge the work to the manager. Manager will carry out. Construction manager will decide, test, tally, and decide. Owner's account payable deals with only one company, right? He will communicate to the company. In that company can have any sub companies or subcontractors like that. So he will be communicating to the manager or consultant only. That's how the burden is reduced for the construction management. Owner could realize time reduction in completion of the job, right? Time reduction in completion of the job. These are the advantages. Increase quality control responsibility with the consultant, right? He can only suggest for the time, right? Because he is the one doing everything, testing. The manager has to decide based on the multiple choices at the workplace. He needs to decide, but owner has only one option, the time. He can say, I need the project to be completed in 3 months, 6 months, right? And then increase quality. We have 5 more minutes, right? Okay. Increase quality control responsibility with the consultant. He can suggest. What's happening? I need to stop. Just disadvantage. Just complete the disadvantage and then stop. Okay. Later we'll continue. Disadvantages of construction management will be owner loses a level of interface because he is at the top. All other subroutines are doing the work, right? So he lost the control. Owner could invest more money than with the conventional process, right? Benefits and need weighted per projects. So his roles is very less limited in construction management. So he has to, he cannot expect more benefit, more saving out of the project because there are other parties who will be deciding the final, taking the final decision, testing and choice of materials and so on, right? So there is not much saving compared to project management. I stop here. Any question you can ask me. I post the question in CN. Everybody, please listen to me. Are you there?
Yes.
I'm going to end the class. Before this, just I take a few minutes to explain about the project. Today's. You can see my video. You can see my video.
No.
You can see.
No.
Why?
No.
I need to check.
No, teacher.
Okay, I will check what happened. Because of the interfere, you know, I have already called for a meeting. I have set every setting room and set the rules, but suddenly one student, I don't mention name, call for a meeting. With that, you all join that meeting only. I don't know what is the setting there. Okay, anyway, it's fine. We are going to complete the class. I will post the question in CN. The question is, right, it can be one line also. What is IR1, IR2, IR3, IR4? Oh, small question only, okay? You spend another 10 minutes to complete and post in the CN. All of you should post in the CN, please, I request you. If you cannot access CN, please send me email. That's all. That's all. These two places only, no MS Team. I already explained to you, MS Team is like your classroom. CN is like your faculty, your department. All these things, communication should be through CN. MS Team only for class purpose. Okay, tell me.
Okay. So teacher, the question is IR. What does IR mean, right?
IR1, IR2, IR3, IR4. I will post the question in CN now.
Okay.
You reflect on that. Okay.
By the way, we have to explain all, right?
No need to explain. Actually, IR4, what are the tools and technologies? Just write in one sentence enough. No, it's a construction revolution. From manual to automated system, we have gone up to IR4 now. So in construction industry, don't go for any other industry. Construction industry, what is IR1? What they were doing? Just one line. IR2, what they were doing? How they improved? IR3, how much they improved? IR4, today it's a augmented virtual reality. They're no longer using AutoCAD. If you say one more time AutoCAD, I will kill you. Don't say AutoCAD. Now, augmented virtual reality is the IR4 trend today. They do the animation, simulation of the building using augmented virtual reality. You know, that is the era today. That is the technology today in building industries. You people will be doing that. I need that line to be written there for IR4. So like that, you just browse through. There is a chart. There are images. You go through IR1 to 4 images. Also, it can help you. Just write. Just rewrite it. That's all. Okay.
IR means industrial revolution, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Industry revolution. I type here in the message box.
Is that how you're going to take our
IR 1.0 version. They say sometimes version IR2, IR 2.0 version. They call this as a version. Revolution as a version 2, 3, 4 like that. Up to 4 you write down. What is it? Okay.
Is there any due time, miss?
Until 9 o'clock. Go for lunch or brunch, whatever it is. And then you go
Dinner.
for dinner. Oh, I thought you were in different country.
Ma'am.
Supper.
Ma'am.
Yes.
There was a friend of mine. He requested the class, but I don't know. He's still pending. So, is the class full or there's still a approval?
I really don't know about this. Please check with Dr. Rozaima. I have accepted whoever, because she asked me to let you in. So I accepted whoever is sending message or giving notice to me. I accepted all of them up to date. Maybe I check once again. During the class time, they would have given the notice. Let me check and accept it. But if there is still missing, you can write to me. Message me.
Okay, thank you, miss.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. So I will...
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
CN,
Bye. Bye.
yeah, CN is
See
your
you later.
attendance today. Mind it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice weekend.
Thank you.
कर रहा हूँ
कुछ कैसे
30 मिनट में अवतार है 30 नहीं यार 40-45 मिनट क्या रहा है इधर
Allahu Akbar.
वीडियो खोले
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
यार बहुत लग रहा है रोजा
It's iftar, boys. It's iftar. Eat.
यहाँ पे लोग भी कह रहे हैं कौन पागल आ गए यहाँ पे
अली अजान दे अजान
Eat. It's iftar.
इनने सोची पड़ गए होंगे
नहीं अजान दे
सलाम
अजान दे
अजान दो यार अजान अभी खोलते हैं चल जल्दी अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर सब चलो यार चलते हैं अल्लाह हाफिज चलो